Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for episode number 19 of our FIFA 15 West Ham United career mode here on Xbox 360. In today's episode, got 3 games for you guys as per usual against Stoke, then the semi-final of the FA Cup against Swansea, so 1 game away now from the final at Wembley, and then we play Arsenal in a do-or-die match for 5th place in the Barclays Premier League. But first of all, I've got to apologise for how long it's been. I think it's been 4 days since my last video. I've just been so busy over the weekend, I've been snowed in with work, so I apologise for that, but video should be back to normal this week. But now we're going to get into the first thing of this episode, and it is a new feature, and it is Player of the Month, and overwhelmingly I put the vote to you guys, and you picked the man who just took that free kick against Leicester, being Stuart Downing. He of course scored that free kick against Leicester, and another free kick in the last minute to secure a point against Tottenham as well during the month of March. So you guys voted for him as your March Player of the Month. Congratulations there to Stuart Downing. We'll be doing that again in April to see who was the best player in the next month. So that last sentence made no sense, but the main thing is Stuart Downing has won Player of the Month. As you can see, there was confirmation of our semi-final opponent being Swansea in the FA Cup. Could be tricky there. You can see an additional transfer budget there of 300 grand, which will go to offering a new contract to Winston Reid, most likely, due to the fact we had no money in the wage budget whatsoever to do that. But yeah, Swansea will be a difficult game. We found them quite difficult to play when we played them earlier on in the season in the league. But first of all, we're going to be playing Stoke before we do anything like that. There you can see the squad. Unfortunately, I skipped the little graphic at the start by accident. So you can see the squad there a moment ago. 4-1-2-1-2 formation, pretty much bog standard these days. And going out onto the pitch here at Upton Park, James Tomkins yet again starting. And he's been really good for us so far in the last few games. Really enjoying using him instead of Winston Reid. But straight from kickoff there, Sacco there with a nice little skill pass, pretty pointless skill pass there to Ravel Morris. And Tomkins brings it out of defence. Nice little through ball there actually to Mauro Zarate. And another through ball to Sacco. A nice cut inside. And will this be the first chance of the game? And it is. It's a goal in the 2nd minute. Diafra Sacco with a lightning start. Absolutely, it's a P-roller of a finish, it has to be said. But the Senegalese striker, Diafra Sacco, putting it down into the bottom corner, past Asmir Begovic in the Stoke goal. And it's 1-0 after just 2 minutes. Absolutely lightning quick start. Marko Arnautovic, sorry, not Mauro Arnautovic, getting him mixed up with Zarate, but Marko Arnautovic there blazing over from a free kick. And a very simple save there from Begovic a little bit later on. And a fairly quiet first half. That was until Mame Biram Diouf manages to get the ball in the area. Umtiti unable to clear on a fantastic save from Simone Scuffet, then cleared away from Jetro Willems. Another brilliant save from Scuffet. He's been on fire recently. And in this first half, which started to spark into life after the first goal there, as Zarate now gets the ball, and he should really be making it 2-0. After that nice cut back inside, I think it was from Matt Jarvis there to Lasse Schöne. The finesse there on his right foot, should have done better. Moving on into the second half, though, only 3 minutes into the second half, and Simone Scuffet quite lucky there after punching it straight to Victor Moses. Then Moses then blazed it over the bar. Jarvis, there in the 68th minute, is going to almost catch out Begovic there with a fantastic curling effort. A great save, though, from the Bosnian goalkeeper. Now Steven Nzonzi weaving his way through the West Ham defence, or our defence, and another fantastic one-handed save there from Juice strike by Simone Scuffet, and a similar save there from Begovic from a fairly accidental strike, in fact, from Mbona, but a fantastic reflex strike, or reflex save even there from Begovic yet again from Diafra Sacco's header. It was a game that really should have had more goals than just one. But it did end 1-0. The real big thing, though, in this game, for me, was actually the fantastic defending on show, as you saw a few clips there. James Tomkins and Samuel Umtiti have been playing fantastically together. I did have to chop and change quite drastically, because last episode, Winston Reid and Cheku Kouyaté and Umtiti were all playing quite badly in central defence. As you can see there, Diafra Sacco actually winning man of the match there, unsurprisingly having got the only goal of the game, with an 8.1 rating. But yeah, Tomkins and Umtiti really impressing me as a defensive partnership. Might not be able to sell Tomkins in the summer now, we'll have to see. But now it is time for my question of the day. So last time I asked you who you wanted to see as Player of the Month. We haven't actually simmed through a month yet, so I can't ask you that, although I will ask you that next episode. So my question this time is, would you actually like to see a final game of the season, match of the day style, last episode of the season? Because I was thinking of doing something like that. It would be quite nice to see maybe, and some of the other games going on at the same time, a little bit of a comparison you know, if things went down to the final game of the season, almost like a really edited last episode of the season before I show you all the stats and stuff like I usually do. That's just a tradition these days. At the end, right at the end of the season, then we move on to season 2. So, my question of the day then, would you like to see a match of the day, or match of the day even style last Premier League game of the season final episode for this season? Drop that in the comment section below. Now we are going to go though into the second game of the episode. As you can see there, a really nice fan sort of ting going on. I don't really know how to describe it, to be honest with you, but they had the West Ham badge going on, and that is because we are here at Wembley for the semi-final of the FA Cup. A win here would see us in the FA Cup against the winners of the other semi-final, which happens to be Chelsea or Newcastle. Here is a starting 11. Zarate and Valencia up front, Ravel, Morrison, Jarvis, Downing and Song in midfield, but we would get the first chance of the game there. Song set down the wing, he's going to cross it into the box there towards Jarvis, and he's going to get his head on it. It's going to be another early goal, another lightning start to a game here, and this time in the semi-final of the FA Cup, somehow Jarvis out-jumping Angel Rangel there at the back post, and what a header that is, past Kune in the other direction. Really awesome stuff, and yet again some really solid defending, yet again fantastic block I think there from Tompkins, and Song there sweeping up in the end. Zarate is going to put the ball over in the 38th minute towards Ravel Morrison. The keeper's come out, he's going to dink it over him with the header, and it's gone in, and it's 2-0. Fantastic start, fantastic first half of this game, right when we need it. Surely not. Will we be getting into the FA Cup final? We did it with Aston Villa on FIFA 14, and will we be doing it with West Ham here on FIFA 15? That will be half-time in a relatively quiet first half, bar the goals, but Matt Jarvis and Ravel Morrison, they're the difference as we go in to the break here at 2-0. As you can see, very even in terms of the stats there. The same amount of shots, same possession, well, identical possession, but it was a very, very quiet first half. Dyer, though, is going to swing a corner in towards Wilfred Bonney, or is it Gomez, actually, Bafatimbi Gomez, but he goes over the bar. Should really have done a lot better, but as you can see now in the 89th minute, now swinging into injury time, and nothing has happened. It's been one of the most boring games of all time, but I don't care. It's 2-0, and we have won here. We have gone, we have progressed now to the final of the FA Cup. This is huge. I was just saying, would you like me to do a special for the last game of the season? Well, we're in the FA Cup final now as well. Ravel Morrison with man of the match there, 7.9 rating. Great rating as well for Jarvis and for Alexander Song. Solid ratings for the defence there, as well as a 7.4 rating from Mauro Zarate. And now confirmation, we have made it to the final of the FA Cup with that win against Swansea and the win in the quarterfinals against Wigan. But we will unfortunately be playing Chelsea, who won 2-0 at the exact same scoreline in the other semi-final against Newcastle. So we have to play pretty much the hardest team possible in the final. I suppose it's going to make us or break us, but will be interesting, will be very interesting. We're now just going to skip straight into the third game of the episode because nothing's happened in between those two games. And we are facing Arsenal. We've just had a do-or-die match. This is a secondary do-or-die match. This is massive. This is massive, gigantic, ginormous, any adjective you can think. This is it, because we are 5th, Arsenal are 6th. This is huge to come in 5th, and possibly huge amounts of prize money. There you can see the starting 11, but actually Rosicky there with the first chance of the game. A snapshot there, but just wide. But Umtiti's going to lose the ball there. And that is a real wake-up call, massive wake-up call there. Umtiti losing the ball, Rosicky stealing it off him, and then hitting the crossbar. We get another chance there, Zarate. From the resulting corner, though, we are going to score a completely against the runner play in the 25th minute there. Ravel Morrison with the header at the near post, and that makes it 1-0 after Zarate's curling effort saved by Szczesny. But again, a defender losing the ball. This time it's Koscielny, and Zarate is going to punish him this time, not doing what Rosicky did and, well, missing, hitting the crossbar. This time Zarate coolly slots it past Wojciech Szczesny to make it 2-0. What an episode this is proving to be, these crunch games, and we are winning all of them. Fantastic save though there from Scuffet, from Jackson Martinez, who was actually signed from Arsenal, for Arsenal from Porto. And fantastic save from Scuffet. Rosicky there under pressure, putting it wide. But what a tackle that was from Cresswell. Tompkins playing it out confidently there. What a episode he is having. Ravel Morrison out to Song, then out to Downing, out on the wing. He's going to cross it into the back post. Zarate unmarked, and it's a great block there on the line, in effect, from Koscielny. And it goes out for a corner. But again, Per Mertesacker this time losing the ball. Zarate there with a curling effort and a great save again from Wojciech Szczesny, and going out for a corner. Just a few minutes later, Downing picks up the ball there to Saka. He blazes it just over the bar. Probably should have done a little bit better, but a lot of power on that strike just over the bar in the end. Arsenal now going forward in what was a very open game, and somehow Wilshere missing there with just a just an unmarked header, but this time Wilshere would score in the 90th minute, denying us a clean sheet right into injury time. My mistake completely. It was just me with bad positioning there with Tompkins, and TT came across, couldn't do anything in the end, but we do in fact win the game 2-1. Fantastic performance. Yet again, brilliant defensive performance there again, especially from Tompkins. Good from TT as well. Downing though getting man of the match in the end. He steals all the headlines. Zarate with a very good rating, as well as Reval Morrison too. But yet again, just another very solid episode. 3 wins in an episode. Has that even happened before? I don't even know, but 3 massive games, and we've, well, 2 massive games, and we've won both of them. Here is how the table though stands. And now after that win against Arsenal, we do find ourselves 4 points clear of them. And with the game in hand, now you see how drastically important that game was, because if they'd have won, they would have just been 1 point behind us. Even though we would have had that game in hand, we would have been hugely under pressure into the running. There you can see Burnley, I think, have already been relegated down at the bottom of the table, or are 1 loss away from relegation. So sad times for them, but a very good episode for ourselves. Our claret and blue compatriots, though, doing quite badly at the bottom of the table. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of FIFA 15 West Ham Career Mode. Feel free to drop a like if you did, comment about enjoying it if you enjoyed it that much, as well as my answer, your answer even, to my question of the day. There we go. Got my words out in the end. Feel free to subscribe if you are new around here. Again, subscriptions have been fantastic recently. Thank you so much for 2,600 subscribers. Yet again, another milestone. Thank you so much for that. It's been absolutely incredible recently. Feel free to drop some suggestions on how to improve the series even further. But in the meantime, it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.